Hello everyone, welcome back to another video, and today I'm gonna talk about the new drip marketing that has just been revealed for the next characters coming in 3.6. It is now confirmed that it's going to be Kaveh and Baizhu as the new characters, both who are witch Dendro characters. I'm honestly very looking forward to 3.6, mainly because I really like Dendro as an element. I think it brought a lot of different unique teams that are very strong and some very good elemental reactions that are very strong. So I'm very looking forward to how these two characters are going to live up or shape up compared to other characters that we have previously gotten, like an off-field Dendro unit like Nahida, an on-field Dendro DPS like Alhaitham, and a pretty good Dendro applicator slash healer like Yao Yao. So I'm very curious to see which roles these two really fit in. Maybe one of them is gonna be a Dendro shielder, which I think will be pretty good to have, or maybe sort of a Dendro Singjo kind of way, which is what I really want, because I think a character that feels like that, more like single target but deals a crap ton of Dendro damage, or maybe a crap ton of Dendro application, will be pretty good to have for basically any elemental reaction that utilizes Dendro. But when looking closer at the character drip itself, first starting with Kaveh, and when looking at it closer, it kind of looks really cool and very unique compared to a lot of characters. For example, he has the generic cape that I feel like a lot of characters have, but at the end it has these kind of cool gold blades to it, which kind of looks fancy. I see him holding a briefcase. Maybe that's part of his kit. I think that would be kind of interesting what way he utilizes it. And yeah, overall his outfit looks pretty cool. A very goldish style outfit, very fancy and unique, and it kind of has some of the color palette similar to like Alhaitham's outfit. Maybe that's like a similarity that they have. But yeah, I'm very excited to see what kind of stuff this guy can do. And when moving on to Baizhu, who I think is going to be the 5-star of this patch, with Kaveh being the 4-star unfortunately. But nonetheless, when looking at Baizhu, I think he is gonna be a very unique character, because similar to all the character drip that we get usually at the beginning of the newest patch, they usually give some sort of description giving us some info about the character and what they're about. And with Baizhu specifically, they mainly talk about how he's an expert in medicine, how he owns the pharmacy, and with that specific info, I think he's gonna revolve some sort of like healing mechanic or something, or revolve some stat that involves healing like HP. But considering that he has a pet snake, I'm very curious to see if he's gonna have some damage mechanic that ticks over time, like bleed, maybe like a built-in mechanic kind of similar to like corrosion, where it takes down the health of the enemy. So I am very curious to see what he does, but I want to talk about a little bit more about Baizhu's drip marketing image. Similar to all the drip that we have gotten in the past, the images that are usually used in the drip marketing are usually the images that we see on the splash art whenever we summon for them in the gacha system. And the reason I want to talk about Baizhu more is because I see some aspects of it that could definitely see some changes in the splash art. For example, you can see that in this image he is sitting. And when I think about the splash art that he could have, I am thinking about him maybe having an ability where he summons a giant snake because he has a pet snake and he's petting it in the image. And another thing that can add to it being this is that another part of the image can be seen differently, but can possibly just be how it is. For example, the spot between his hand and his head, you can see that he's kind of looking at something, but it looks like when you look at the image he's looking at his snake, but the snake is kind of lower than his eyes, and it looks like the position of his hand is kind of petting something, which is not even close to the snake. And because he's sitting on nothing, maybe in his ability kit he summons a giant snake and he's sitting on the snake and he's kind of petting the head of the snake when it's like in his final form. I don't know, maybe I'm just making speculations that are way off, or I'm just over analyzing the image, but I do think it's kind of interesting that it shows him sitting on something, and maybe in the final image of the splash art he could have something. But I just think it's kind of cool to like speculate, oh, what can he do, what kind of mechanic can he bring as a Dendro character that could be useful in a lot of teams, because I think Dendro as an element is really good. So I really hope between Kaveh and Baizhu they bring something to the table that is very good, and maybe even better than what a lot of people can expect. So I am very excited for 3.6. I am very excited for Baizhu and Kaveh. I don't know if they're gonna be on the same banner. I hope they are, similar to like Al Haytham and Yao Yao, but I guess we'll see once we get closer to 3.6. And that is all for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please consider leaving a like, subscribe for more content in the future. Check me out on Twitch, the link will be in the description below. That's it for today. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Peace.
不祥之物最易骚动。